this message.
When no one gave him a chance, we were there. We were there when yellow led to I do. We were there when hope was restored and joy rekindled. When innovations empowered startups to become blue chips. When our music became the sound of Africa. And our movies created a billion-dollar industry, we were there. And when tomorrow comes, we will still be here. Because at MTN, we believe Nigeria's future holds even more promise than our past.
Hello there, my name is Suleiman Baba Jial Usman. I am the presenter of Weekend Deal, Africa's biggest deal, showing on the largest TV network in Africa. I love Nigeria, don't you?
Hi, my name is Ruth Aguele. I present Weekend Deal, showing on the largest TV network in Africa, the biggest deal in Africa. If you like, Nigerians, we're too much. Beautiful people, great country. Proudly Nigerian.
Hello, I am Elizabeth Alba, your host in the 15-minute studio. We are happy people in Nigeria. I love my country, Nigeria. In fact,
this is the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA. The President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, will now address the nation. Mr. President.
October 1st is a day for joy and celebration for us Nigerians. Whatever the circumstances we find ourselves in, because it is the day 55 years ago we liberated ourselves from the shackles of colonialism and began our long march to nationhood and to greatness. No temporary problems or personal challenges should stop us from honoring this day. Let us remind ourselves of the gifts God has given us. Our Creator has bequeathed to us numbers. Nigeria is the 9th most populated country on the planet. We have, in addition, arable land, water, forests, oil and gas, coastline, solid minerals. We have all the attributes of a great nation. We are not there yet because the one important commodity we have been unable to exploit to the fullest is unity of purpose. This would have enabled us to achieve not only more orderly political evolution and integration, but also continuity and economic progress. Countries far less endowed have made greater economic progress by greater coherence and unity of purpose. Nonetheless, that we have remained together is an achievement we should all appreciate and try to consolidate. We have witnessed this year a sea change in our democratic development. The fact that an opposition party replaced an entrenched government in a free and fair elections is indicative of the deeper roots of our democratic system. Whatever one's views are, Nigerians must thank former President Jonathan for not digging in the face of defeat and thereby saving the country untold consequences. As I said in my inaugural speech, I bear no ill will against anyone on past events. Nobody should fear anything from me. We are not after anyone. People should only fear the consequences of their actions. I hereby invite everyone, whatever his or her political view, to join me in working for the nation. My countrymen and women, every new government inherits problems. Ours was no different. But what Nigerians want are solutions, quick solutions, not a recitation of problems inherited. Accordingly, after consultations with the Vice President, senior party leaders, and the other senior stakeholders, I quickly got down to work on the immediate, medium-term, and long-term problems which we must solve if we are to maintain the confidence which Nigerians so generously bestowed on us in the March elections. And since then, as you know, I toured the neighboring countries, marshaled a coalition of armed forces of the 5 nations to confront and defeat Boko Haram. I met also the G7 leaders and other friendly presidents in an attempt to build an international coalition against Boko Haram. Our gallant armed forces under new leadership have taken the battle to the insurgents and severely weakened their logistical and infrastructural capabilities. Boko Haram are being scattered and are on the run. That they are resorting to shameless attacks on soft targets such as IDP camps is indicative of their cowardice and desperation. I have instructed security and local authorities to tighten vigilance in vulnerable places. On power, government officials have held series of long sessions over several weeks about the best way to improve the nation's power supply in the safest and most cost-effective way. In the meantime, improvements in the power situation is moderately encouraging. By the same token, supply of petrol and kerosene to the public has improved throughout the country. All the early signs are that within months, the whole country would begin to feel a change for the better. Preliminary steps have been taken to sanitize NNPC and improve its operations so that the inefficiency and corruption could be reduced to a minimum. Those of our refineries which can be serviced and brought back into partial production would be enabled to resume operations so that the whole sausage business of exporting crude and importing finished products in dubious transactions could be stopped. In addition to NNPC, I have ordered for a complete audit of our other revenue-generating agencies, mainly CBN, Federal Inland Revenue Service, Customs, NCC, for better service delivery to the nation. Prudent housekeeping is needed now more than ever in view of the sharp decline in world market oil prices. It is a challenge we have to face squarely. But what counts is not so much what accrues, but how we manage our resources. That is important. We have seen in the last few years how huge resources were mismanaged, squandered, and wasted. The new APC government is embarking on a clean-up, introducing prudence and probity in public financing. At an early stage, the federal government addressed the issue of salary arrears in many states, a situation capable of degenerating into social unrest. The APC government stepped in to improve short-term support to the owing states and enable them to pay off the backlog and restore the livelihood of millions of Nigerians. Fellow Nigerians, there have been a lot of anxiety and impatience over the apparent delay in announcement of ministers. There is no cause to be anxious. Our government set out to do things methodically and properly. We received the handover notes from the outgoing government only 4 days before taking over. Consequently, the Joda Transition Committee submitted its report on the reorganization of federal government structure after studying the handover notes. It would have been haphazard to announce ministers when the government had not finalized the number of ministries to optimally carry the burden of governance. Anyway, the wait is over. The first set of names for ministerial nominees for confirmation has been sent to the Senate. Subsequent lists will be forwarded in due course. Impatience is not a virtue. Order is more vital than speed. Careful and deliberate decisions after consultations get far better results. And better results for our country is what the APC government for change is all about. I would like to end my address this morning on our agenda for change. Change does not just happen. You and I and all of us must appreciate that we all have our part to play if we want to bring change about. We must change our lawless habits, our attitude to public office and public trust. We must change our unruly behavior in schools, hospitals, marketplaces, motor parks, on the roads, in homes and offices. To bring about change, we must change ourselves by being law-abiding citizens. Happy independence celebrations. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless you all.
That was the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, on the occasion of the country's 55th independence anniversary.